What's up, guys? Swift here, and today I want to cover something that I believe all fans really need to listen to. I'm talking about Caleb Williams throwing the ball deep, especially after coming off the best game of his career. One of the biggest concerns about Caleb, voiced by a lot of fans since he was drafted last year, was his deep ball inaccuracy issues. Last year, as a rookie, in a Shane Waldron, Thomas Brown led offense, he was near the bottom of the NFL when it came to throwing deep. Usually that refers to passes 20 plus yards downfield. Caleb just completed 27% of his deep pass attempts last year, and he was very inconsistent. His biggest issue to me was his footwork. As you could tell watching the tape, oftentimes his feet were just not set, and his receivers were constantly not open or ready for the football when Caleb reached the back of his drop. Both of those things seem to be fixed by Ben Johnson early in the year. And Caleb, through 3 games so far, is one of the best in the NFL at throwing the ball 20 plus yards downfield. That is remarkable. That is the Ben Johnson effect. And Caleb Williams is really showing off his arm talent. In fact, his 65-yard TD pass to Luther Burden was the longest pass in the NFL this year, traveling more air distance than any other TD pass on the entire season. Basically, the ball traveled further in the air than any other pass. That does not include yards after the catch. It's how far the pass was actually thrown, and it was the farthest of the year. Caleb has a special arm. But let's quickly take an analytical approach to this. This is looking strictly at deep throws. These are his numbers on passes thrown 20 plus yards downfield per PFF. He's 7 for 14, completing 50% of his bombs, tied for 7th best in the NFL. He has 240 total deep bomb yards, 4th best in the NFL, 2 touchdown passes, which is tied for 5th, and a PFF grade of 92.8 on passes 20 plus yards downfield, good for 7th best in the league. He also has 6 big time throws, which also puts him in the top 5, and he hasn't thrown a single interception when he's throwing it deep. Caleb is finally evolving, and his ability to throw the deep ball is one of the biggest indicators of his success. On top of that, Caleb is coming off the best game of his short NFL career, and people forget that the arrow is pointing up. Caleb had his best game as a pro, 10.6 yards per attempt, best of his career, 142.6 passer rating, best of his career. First time he finished a game without taking a single sack, and he tied his career high with 4 TD passes. The second time he's done that. Bears history, the most 4 TD pass games by any quarterback is Jay Cutler with 4. Caleb is halfway there, just 3 games into his second season. He took a step forward on Sunday and had a +4 TD to turnover ratio, also the best of his career. Now we need to see him continue building upon this. But Caleb Williams is the real deal. And we finally have our franchise quarterback. I want to thank my season-long sponsor, ProfitX, America's #1 peer-to-peer sport prediction market where users play against each other. Instead of going against a sports book or the house, you will always get better odds. I am taking Caleb again to throw for over 1.5 TD passes this week against this Raiders secondary. I think he'll get it done. I'll give my full picks later on today, but use promo code SWIFT, claim up to $200 in bonus profit cash on all plays for your first 30 days. Terms and conditions apply. The Bears got a breakthrough win, but we need to continue building. How is this fan base feeling right now? It's a big week for us, and this is one of the biggest games of the year early on, especially heading into the bye week. Let me know in the comments. Hit that like button to support the channel. Stay tuned because I have a ton more content on the way. And until next time, bear down.